Hey everybody, this is Jill. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate your being here, and I wanted today to show you, someone asked me about what happens when you drop a stitch. So I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of what I do when I drop a stitch. So you are going to need a crochet hook, and right here I have my knitted example, which has a little bit of garter stitch. Then I've got some stockinette and then back to garter. I want to show you the garter stitch first when you drop a stitch there. So let's knit a couple of stitches. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so you'll know whenever I have a video. Okay, can you see there? Now when you drop a stitch, usually that means that you've gone on and then you realize, uh-oh, I missed one. Okay, see that? So let's go back. I'm going to grab this one here that's wrapped around there, which takes me back. That's tinking back. Now we can see what happens when the stitch drops. It comes out of its wrap. And again, you'll see it here when it comes out of that wrap. There, see? That's twice. And what if it goes all the way down? Sometimes it'll just keep going. And if you could see, that's front, back, front. Okay? So those long pieces that are hanging there, those are the wraps. And this stitch actually goes around those. Okay, so let me explain. Whenever you are going to pick it up now, you're going to have to bring that wrap back inside of it. So we're going to come from behind on this one with our crochet hook. We're going to put our hook on top of that stitch. And pull it back through. Okay. Then let it go. Try not to let it come out again. Now you can see that's the one down below. Now that was the one that was in the front. The second one here, that was the one that was on the back, and then this one is the front. It's back and forth going down. So for this one, we're going to come from the front, and we're going to grab that yarn and pull it back through. Splitting the yarn. Okay, that's the next one. Now take your hook out. So now we are up here, and now this is on the front. So we're going to go from the back, go in there, going to take that yarn, and now we're going to take it, put it back up onto a needle. And of course we haven't actually knit that one yet, so it goes over there. And now we're back to where we need to be. Now I'm going to turn that because actually it's supposed to sit that way with its legs this direction. You see that? its legs. This top one is over here. Okay, now I'm going to take this out. We're going to pull our work out. Be right back. Now I'm down to this is the front side of that garter stitch, which leaves me with these front facing knitted stitches because the back side is the purl bump. Now actually, we need to knit that one. It always comes out funny. Now I'm going to pick these stitches up. Now see, we dropped that one. So what I'm going to do, in order to grab it, I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to grab its wrap. Then I'm going to come back and begin picking up these others. Just going to get them on the needle without letting them drop out, without letting them slip out of their wraps. You can tell there's something going on here. I'm actually going to have to transfer these over here so you can see. Well, yeah. Just going to pick them up and put them on this needle. Because I'm on the other end, it means that I'm on the purl row. And I'll show you what that drop stitch looks like over there. Just a minute. That's the wrap. That's the stitch. Okay, so really, since the yarn's over here, it means we're actually on the purl side. So you can see how that drop stitch sits. Here's that wrap. What I'm trying to do is show you from every direction. Now when I go back and pick these stitches up so that I will be on the knit side, I'm actually taking them back out, see? Now that one I don't have to. This is called tinking. See, that just pulls out of there. And the stitches are on here and they're on here. Now if I were to knit them, I would go through and I would just knit to the end. That's where I'm at. I'm actually knitting over now. So if that stitch is dropped when you are doing stockinette, it's going to come out, see, it's going to leave the loop, and it's actually going to be on the back side. And then it's going to come out again, and it's going to be on the back side again. Because with stockinette, it's a little bit different. those yarns are still going to be on the back side no matter what. It's not front and back because you're not going knitting across both directions. You're knitting across, then you're purling back, so you're keeping that stitch on the front. Okay? Now also, if you discover this and you're not sure, you're not ready to deal with it, you can go in and you can put your stitch marker in there and hold that so that it doesn't go down any farther until you come back to that. You know, like if you were knitting across, when you come back to it, then you'll be right where I am with it being between the two stitches where you can deal with it. Okay. Now, in order to do that, like we did with the crochet hook, it's the same thing. It's just that you're not doing front and back. I'm going to bring us over just a little bit farther. Now, when I am tinking back over, of the two legs, I'm going to grab this one, the farthest, the one that's on the right, the same side as your working yarn. So grab that leg and then pull that off of the needle. That leg, pull that off the needle. And the reason is because those legs down here, these are the stitch before. These right here. That's the stitch before. So go into that right leg, pick it up onto this needle, and let the back side come off. Pull the yarn out. Now your working yarn's right there, as if you were still going this direction. It's just that we've tinked it back to where we're not going that way. Now see, I did drop one. You see it? So let's go back over and see what happened. Knit back over to it. And what happened? I've got a yarn sitting here. That means that I went down too far on that one. It slipped down, it dropped down. Okay, so I want those legs to be laying flat. And what I do, if it's just one stitch and I'm right in there and I know I'm right on that, this one is going to make me right on the top. It's the top stitch. I will put that also on the needle. Then I bring the dropped one over the top of that yarn and let go, and now I have picked it up. However, make sure it's facing the correct way. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference there when I do that. See how these legs are? That right leg is there. That's the way they should be sitting on your needle. See, right leg, right leg, right leg, right leg. Okay, now I'm going to let that drop again because I'm not sure I was really in the picture well enough. So let that out. See, now I'm down here. Pull that out, pull that out, pull that out. It's slipping down. see if you can see. So we're going to go in through the front. And you can tell which one you need to do, because this yarn is sitting right over the top here. Go in, grab it, pull it through. That's your new stitch. Go into the next one, grab it, pull it through. There's your new stitch. There's the top one, pull it. There's your stitch, pull it on, put it on the needle. Now I hope that was a little clearer than the last time. And I hope that wasn't too complicated. Let me know if it's too complicated or if there's something that doesn't quite make sense. Watch it back and forth a few times, but be sure and pay attention to which way your yarn is sitting, because if you see, this one here doesn't look right. Because it's not inside there. You see that? See, that one's not in there. So I need to check that. Go over, see what's going on. Okay, so there it is. Yep, it has dropped out. So put it on top of there. Bring it through. Turn it the correct way. We should be okay now. See how that looks. Now it looks like it should. Those are all sitting the right way. Like that, with the yarn in between. I hope this helps you also learn, because part of when you drop a stitch and part of when you run into issues is because you have to learn how to read what you have done, to read your knitting. Now if I look at the back side, this is the purl side. What do I see? See the yarn there with the wrap around each one. And that looks right. This is a little stretchy because I've been pulling on it. But everything is sitting like it's supposed to now. Hope that helps you guys. Be sure and let me know, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you. Have fun today. Oh, and be sure and hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you guys. Have fun today.